Ethics and integrity go hand in hand. The definition of ethics is the morals that you abide by in order to make decisions that may affect you throughout your life, while integrity is the strength of yourself to hold up to those morals that you have set for yourself. If you don't abide by your morals, then you do not have strong integrity. So, in order to have strong morals and integrity, you must abide by those two. You must abide by your morals in order to have strong integrity. Now, my core values are accountability, your family, and dedication. You have to be accountable for your actions in a way that people can look at you and say, "Oh, he's taking responsibility for his actions in the past. I feel like I can, kind of trust him, and he can probably lead the way in that sort of aspect." Family is always first. The reason I have family as my core value is because family always comes first. Your family is always most important. Um, that's why me and my mom and grandma and dad all have a strong relationship with each other. We care for each other. We want the best for each other. And if you do not have a strong family core value, or then you don't have that relationship of people that can really support you and drive you to do the best that you can and achieve the best version of yourself in life. And the last one is dedication. You have to be dedicated to whatever you want to do in life. If you're not dedicated, you won't achieve anything, and you will fall short of your goals. Um, I've an example of accountability is back in high school. I was on the varsity baseball team. I had been surrounded by so many great players, but none of them were accountable to taking their actions. Um, or no, None of them were accountable. None of them seeked accountability for their actions or responsibility. So if you don't seek accountability, your team around you will fall apart. Um, I think in sophomore year when I started playing baseball for the high school, um, the varsity team was uber talented. They were super talented. That year we had two seniors that were going to colleges and playing college baseball, and and those two were basically the driving force behind that varsity team. And what ended up happening is we ended up having a losing season that season, and we didn't even make playoffs. Even with two college bound prospects, and plenty of juniors that had plenty of college offers, and none of them stepped up to the plate. None of them wanted to take accountability for any of the actions that they did. They had a very good chemistry off the field, but on the field they didn't. They were putting the blame on each other. They weren't taking responsibility. They weren't stepping up as leaders and sorting out what needs to be done and what needs to not be done and how to fix those problems. Um, Family. I've had family that supported me from day one on what I wanted to do. They've always been there for me. That's what's kept me going, and I feel very I feel that family is probably the number one factor of why anyone is doing anything, and it should be a core value for me, and I will make it a core value. And the third one is dedication. Um, same scenario. High school, varsity team. No one seemed they were dedicated enough to make it to that next level. They weren't getting that extra practice in. They weren't getting those extra ground balls in. If you're not dedicated, you will not improve. And I think that is a very fundamental aspect to any sport. Even outside of sports, it's very important that you are dedicated to your team, your business, to whatever you want to do in life. If you're not dedicated, you will not get anywhere. And that's why it's one of my it's that's why it's my third core value.